Hello all.
Good afternoon,
Thank you
sir.
for joining our today's FDP program on the International Faculty Development Program on Big Data Analytics. I request you all to please wait. We'll start the program in next 2 to 3 minutes. We are getting maximum responses from the participations, and we are just waiting for them only. So we'll start once we'll get the participations in. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. Am I audible? This is Dr. Mangathayar.
Yes, madam, you are audible.
Okay, thank you.
Dear faculties, we crossed 200 now. We'll wait few more minutes. I request you all to please circulate the message with your group, within your colleagues, and within other faculties to join the session from your college, from your institute. Thank you. Hello all. I welcome you all to our today's FDP program. which is conducted on big data analytics. This international FDP program on big data analytics under Excelr's Everyday Learning initiatives is in collaboration with the Department of Information Technology, VNR Vignan Jyoti Institute of Engineering and Technology, Hyderabad. Our agenda is like this. So, I'll welcome Dr. C.D. Naidu, sir. He's the principal of VNR VJIT Institute, located in Hyderabad. I'll welcome Dr. Chinnakeswar Rao, sir. He's a director of advancement. I'll welcome Dr. T. Srinivasa Rao, sir. He is the HOD of Department of IT. I'll welcome Dr. M. Mangalathayu, ma'am. She's a professor of IT department and the coordinator of the FDP. Also, I'll welcome Dr. G. Rajesh Kumar, sir. He's the associate professor of Department of IT. I'll invite Dr. D. Srinivasa Rao, sir, for introduction of FDP program and introduction of principal of VNR VJIT Institute.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes,
sir.
you're audible, sir.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. D. Srinivasa Rao, heading the Department of Information Technology, VNR VJIT, Hyderabad. First of all, very happy learning for everyone who are connected with the International FDP and Big Data Analytics. As we know, the big data analytics is the coin. This comes under the emerging areas where there are many domains which are connected with this platform in order to extract the important patterns from the data, which may be huge in size and unstructured, and for which great many people are waiting that. As I came to know, there is a market size for the big data analytics is mentioned as there are 300 billion US dollars as of now by the year 2023, and the value is going to be reached 750 billion dollars by 2030, and which is very connected with the domains which are highly scalable in terms of research data, demographic data, CRM, purchase data, all the transactions what we are doing, healthcare domain, and as it is connected with the needs of companies. As part of academic institution, this is our responsibility to provide the required inputs to the students as well as the faculty, in which all the stakeholders will be ready to face and to step into the MNCs to execute on what's specified. In this connection, the faculty coordinators, Dr. N. Mangatayar Madam, Rajesh Kumar Sir, and Ravi Kumar initiated the FDP, and the same requirement is forwarded to the people, Excelr team. Fortunately, they have accepted. And thanks for the faculty coordinator and Excelr team to execute the job. And it is going to be happen for next 2 weeks and to give the better inputs to all the faculty and other stakeholders connected here. Before going to be introduce my department statistics in terms of various attributes, now I'm requesting Director Sir Channakeswara Garu to brief on VNR VJIT to all the participants.
Good afternoon to all of you. Am I audible?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Respected dignitaries who have joined through online, and head of department Dr. D. Srinivasa Garu and Mangatara Madam, coordinator, Rajesh Kumar and Ravi, co-coordinators of this workshop, and delegates from various institutions and other invitees, special invitees. So on behalf of VNR VJIT, I would like to extend warm welcome to all of you for these 2 weeks international faculty development programs on big data analytics. So today I think everybody is talking about only how to create a data, how to use the data effectively, how effectively you are going to transfer the data without any problem. So that way, I think you have to play a major role in sending the data safely without any hurdles. So in this connection, I think we have started one course with 180 intake at UG level in data science, and another course is another 180 in AML, IoT, cyber security. All the courses, I think, those are all very important today's in the industry. So that way, we have started all these courses. As for the VNR BJT is concerned, Vallurupalli Nageswara Vignan Jyoti Institute of Engineering and Technology was established by the Vignan Jyoti Society as a not-for-profit organizations in the year 1995-96. So the institute offers 14 UG programs with an intake of 1800 and another 13 PG programs with an intake of 150, and 5 programs we are offering PhD programs also in 5 departments we are offering at VNR BJT. Even full time also we are offering actually PhD programs. But as for the accreditations are concerned, already this institute accredited by National Board of NAC with A double plus grade, so 3.73 on a scale of 4, which is the highest among all private institutions. And as for the NBA concerned, already 12 programs got accredited by National Board of Accreditation. So 8 UG programs and 4 PG programs put together, 12 programs. Out of 12, I think 2 programs we got 6 years NBA accreditations, civil engineering and electrical engineering. But remaining all programs we got 3 years accreditation. And this college is also accredited by iGauge, that is a diamond rating college according to the QS iGauge, and ISO certified institute. And this institute is also recognized by UGC and as well as the AICTE under schemes of Paramarsh and as well as the Margadarsh. So these are the 2 schemes which we have implemented at VNR. We are supporting other institutions also in getting accreditations. This college also ranked between 101 to 150 according to NRF ranking 2023. So that way I think we are already well versed, and we are having nearly 7,500 students on the campus, out of which I think if you can see UG students, I think we have a major stake, and followed by PG and PhD programs also. But as for the faculty concerned, we have nearly 480 faculty members available out of 480, and 240 people are having a PhD degree qualifications. So, and also remaining people are pursuing PhD. So that is the reason there's a lot of research work is going on at VNR VJT. We have already completed around 64 projects till now, worth about 6.5 crores. But another, I think, 12 projects that are undergoing with worth of 3 crores. So that is the status of research. Especially, our main intention is only to explore what are the possibilities that are there in the field of computer science and information technology, cyber security, IoT, and AML and data science. So that's why our people are already well versed with all the technologies. You name any technology that is available at VNR VJT. So that way, I think our people are enriched with the knowledge that is required for to take care of all these new technologies or emerging technologies. So we are coined these technologies as a measurement technologies at VNR VJT. So that way, I think we're asking our faculty members also to enroll various programs conducted across the globe. And that way, I think they're going to learn all the technologies and adapting at very fast rate. So that is the reason. That's why I think we have decided to conduct this FDP programs. So I think you're going to enjoy these 2 weeks. Please, all of you, take part actively and interact with the people and try to learn what are the skills that are required by the industry 4.0. So that is the reason. That's why I think huge, I think, role you have to play in creating the data and using the data more effectively. I wish you all good luck, all the best. Thank you once again for attending this workshop.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Over to Srinivas.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for briefing on VNR VJIT with statistics. Now, Let me introduce my department statistics in terms of faculty and other activities are happening in the department. The Department of IT got established in 1997 and department running two programs, BTech IT with intake of 180 and running one master program titled Computer Networks and Information Security with intake of 12. Department having 43 faculty, out of which 15 are doctorates and remaining people are pursuing from various premier institutions. The Department of IT having 435 publications, including Scopus and Web of Science indexed, having 7,500 citations which attained for the faculty publications. Department of IT completed 9 projects so far worth of 74 lakh. Department of IT also conducted short-term training programs, faculty development programs initiated in the department by the institute and the funds received from the other esteemed organizations like AICT and UGC. The Department of IT faculty are segregated into different research groups named special interest groups, and each group comprises 2 to 6 or 7 faculty who are pursuing their research on the interested domain mentioned: bioinformatics, Internet of Things, image processing, machine learning and deep learning, algorithms and computation, cloud computing, big data analytics, and ethical hacking. Department of IT is having memorandum of understanding with the premier institutions, including academic institutions, MNCs, and research organizations to share the knowledge on the emerging areas involved in the academic institution so that the faculty will be trained on the required concepts and to be disseminated to the students finally. We are having MOUs with the Cisco Networking Academy, having DSCI, having MOU with Oracle, Brainovision, Excelr, ITversity, Sunlight IT Solutions in order to conduct trainings, internships, placements to the students and to conduct STTP and FDPs to the faculty. Department of IT also having the professional chapter is global recognized ACM, through which various activities are conducting in terms of coding context, hackathons, and knowledge sharing sessions and workshops too to the students in order to enrich their skills. And we are also having the training and placement cycle, which is going to be conduct the required inputs to the students and through which the placements are finally given to the students in order to the step into the MNCs. With this, I will say the big data analytics is the one which we are having in our curriculum, through which we are giving the required inputs to the students in order to face the industry and providing the platform to develop the applications. The very closed real-time applications I can coin here for BDA is the Amazon Prime, which is the platform which is recommending the programs and video to the users who are connecting to. And one more, the great application is very closely, regularly connected with every user is Spotify, is the platform where it is going to be support the personalized music recommendations to every user. You mentioned any domain, there the BDA is required to handle any type of data irrespective of the size of the data, and finally it is giving the summarized information to the user and to the companies, to the organizations, to improve their decision making policies and the accuracy of decisions through which their revenue can be increased. With the platform, now I am handovering this situation to the people who are hosting, and thanks to everyone who are connected to this particular learning platform, and hope that you are going to be utilize this platform for having the great learning for next coming 10 days. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your wonderful words. And thank you so much for introducing the institute towards all the dignitaries. I request Mr. Ram Mr. Amit Shah, sir. He's the Associate Director of Excelr, EDL Department, to introduce about Excelr.
Thank you, Mr. Ganesh. Hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
sir.
Audible.
So, very good afternoon to all of you. First of all, I would like to wish a very warm welcome to the dignified stalwarts from the academic fraternity who has made out time from their precious engagement and made themselves available to be a part of this engagement. I'm pretty sure that over the period of next 10 days, you would really cherish your involvement with this particular topic, with this particular training program. VNR Vignan Jyoti Institute and specifically the IT department. In fact, I was listening through the topics mentioned by Dr. B. Channakeshwara Rao and Dr. Srinivasa Rao. And truly, the kind of domains, the elaborate, illustrative uh, domains that were mentioned out here, the kind of credentials that brings in for VNR Vignan Jyoti is truly commendable. And from the entire XLR team, we are really elated to be joining hands with this prestigious institute to bring such a moment of requirement topic in front of all of you. On that note, I would just like to take 2-3 minutes on giving you a very cursory view about what XLR is all about and what we do, and how all the members joining hands together with us, we can really make this emerging technology domains something to be accessible for any technology graduates or anybody who would like to learn these technologies, adapt, and become experts on the same. So, guys, if you can kindly confirm my screen is visible.
Yes.
So, as the line substantiates out here, that we definitely work in training and career development and support academic fraternity and as well as students to make and engage into a great career on the emerging technologies. And we just don't train, we build careers. We, a small group of organization, started by few of the IM and ISB alumni in 2014. We have traversed a path of close to around a decade. We are headquartered in USA, in Houston. And over a period of last 1 decade, we have been able to contribute to the professional engagement or career of close to around 3.5 lakh professionals. The domain in which we primarily focus upon are in the areas of data science, machine learning, analytics, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, software testing, software development, and many more. This is not an exhaustive list. These are some of the areas in which we have been working, but we are gradually increasing our portfolio on a regular basis. Some of the prominent industry partners who are associated with us for their training engagement, for the engagement of upskilling their current workforce, and as well as reaching out to us for enhancing the trained resources in their newly engaged workforce. We are associated with close to around 4,000 plus corporates in the similar domain. On the academic side, some of the highly prestigious institutions are associated with us, had been handholding with us, like VNR Vignan Jyoti, in our course of this action. Of course, in the course of our activities, we have been acknowledged with multiple recognitions, right from Silicon India to Google, and latest over the last consecutive 3 years, we have been honored to be amongst the top fastest 50 edtech training organizations by Deloitte. We have a robust LMS to provide to you, which comes in as an offering as a lifetime support of whatever the activities, what are the training programs we do on our platforms are available to you as a ready access. Some of our alumni who are working in some of the prestigious organizations across the world, across the globe, who has been a part of us over the last 10 years. So today, we would be starting our program in probably the next few minutes once my colleague, Mr. Amar, will take you through the LMS platform that you would be using, you would be engaging with, and would be available to you for the lifetime. So before that, I would like to introduce the person who would be hand-holding you throughout this upcoming 20 hours or the 10 to couple of weeks. Mr. Navin Kumar, a great trainer, having more than 13 years of experience as a data scientist, primarily on the domains of big data analytics, machine learning, R, core Java, Scala. He has a wide range of experience on not only about understanding these tools, but utilizing these tools in real-time scenario. And probably some of those exercises he would like to share with you hands-on during the course of this training program. He has trained more than 5,000 candidates globally on various data science curricula. And he has worked on projects with Oracle, in the multinational banks like PNC Bank, United States, and Citibank, New York, etc. Currently, he works as a solution architect at one of the prestigious MNCs. So before I hand over to Mr. Navin Kumar, and you all engage into the world of uncovering trends, patterns, and correlations with using large amount of data so that it can help everybody in taking informed decisions. A world which probably can be summarized of engaging in 5 V's, standing for volume, value, variety, velocity, and veracity, that is the accuracy or truthfulness. So on that note, I again welcome all of you and wish you all the best for the coming 10 days. On that note, I would request Amar to very quickly take everybody through the journey of the learning management system that they will be going through. Thank
Yeah,
you all
sure.
for all of you once more.
Thank you so much. Dear faculties, warm welcome and very good afternoon. And I'm here to take the LMS KT. Before that, I would like to confirm that I hope and I also know that all of you are done with your registration. But to get the LMS access, registration is mandatory. So those who are not done with their registration, I'm sharing the registration link in the chat box. Please go ahead and mark your registration. Then you will get the LMS access. For both Zoom and YouTube participant, I shared the link. Okay. And now I'm sharing the screen. 1 minute. I hope my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, Amar.
Okay, thank you. So, dear professors, LMS is a learning management system, and the use of LMS is to access the recordings, to mark your attendance, to download the material. And most important thing, you will get the LMS access for lifetime. In future, if you feel that I have to go through that classes again, definitely that recorded sessions with you for lifetime. So once you are done with your registration, you receive 2 emails. First is welcome to Excelr, and you have to verify your account. Okay. So in that mail, we mention one verification link. In the verification link, you have to see here. Click on this link and set your password. So once you click on the link, it will take you through the next page. Okay. So here you have to set your password, whatever password you want, you can set here. Repeat that password in the confirm password and set my password. That's it. And second email is the course invitation email for that particular class. So welcome to the International Faculty Development Program on Big Data Analytics. Here in that email, we mention our LMS URL, and our LMS URL is onlinelearning.excelr.com. Going forward, if you forgot the email, you're not able to find out, definitely you can use any web browser, type it down onlinelearning.excelr.com, give your credentials, you will get LMS. Okay. Now, once you click on this link, you have to click on sign in. This is the sign in page. Okay. So as you are done with your registration, no need to do a registration again and again. Click on sign in, and here you have to maintain your login credentials. Credentials means the email which you use at the time of registration and the password which you set in the first email. Okay, and click on login. Now I will reshare my screen and I will show you how LMS work in live. Okay, so give me only 1 second. Yes, and I share my screen. I hope you are able to see my LMS dashboard. Okay, so here I am on the home tab. Good afternoon, Amar. Now I will explain you the ways of joining. Okay, the ways of joining to the session. There are two ways. First is Zoom and second one is YouTube. Okay, so in today's session tab, you are able to see IFDP on Big Data Analytics Day 1. If you click on this join button, now you are able to see the join button every day, day 1 to day 10, sharp at 2:50. If you came here and if you click on join button, it will take you through the Zoom, directly to the Zoom. And if you're facing any technical glitch with the Zoom, our second option is that to join via YouTube. Above the today's session tab, you are able to see the one banner, Big Data Analytics FDP. Click on that. Whatever things are going here on the Zoom, you will get all this here only. Okay, and don't worry, see, now I shared the registration link, it's here. Okay, whatever you have query or question, you can type it here, definitely will support you. So Zoom and YouTube both will be interactive, so no need to worry about that. And now let's go through the recordings, how to access the recordings. So in the continue learning tab, if you scroll down, don't worry about the other classrooms, I have access to all of them. We'll search for today's FDP. Okay, so International Faculty Development Program on Big Data Analytics. See here. Okay, if you are able to see my cursor, International Faculty Development Program on Big Data Analytics. Click on that. Anywhere on that classroom, click on that. Now in curriculum tab, in curriculum, there are 3 subtabs: feedback response, session recordings, material. So we'll go one by one. So coming to the feedback response, if you click here, click on submit your attendance and feedback form here. Okay. So why feedback is important, or why you have to fill that? So dear professors, to get the certificate of participation, okay, to get the certificate of participation, 60% attendance is mandatory. So you have to mark your attendance on daily basis. Okay. So in that link, one note is there, the attendance link will only open between 4:30 to 5:30. So sharp at 4:30, you have to come here, you have to mark your attendance, and you have to share your feedback as well. Attendance form and feedback form is same only. Once you fill this form, your attendance and feedback is tracked. Okay. So now few of my participants will say that I just registered, I don't have LMS access, I don't know how to access that. So don't worry. Today, I will be share the attendance link in the Zoom and YouTube as well at 4:30. Okay, clear. And coming back by one step, below the feedback response, we have session recording tab. If I click on day 1, whatever the session is going on, it will be reflected here. Now it's day 1, we're going on day 1 to day 10. All the recordings will be here for lifetime. And one more thing, whatever the material is going to take by the trainer. So all the materials, see, we shared the installation of Python file with you. So we uploaded for the example, see, Anaconda installation, how to install the Anaconda. So from day 1 to day 10, all the material, whatever material we are going to cover in our session will upload here. So that's the simplest way to sign into the LMS to access the recording, attendance, and material. I hope it's clear. Thank you so much. If you have any query or question, don't worry. I will be there till last minute and we'll take it up. Okay. So now, without investing that much time in the LMS, we'll start with the session. So Naveen, goes to you. Please take it forward. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Amar.
So thank you so much, Amar. And now I would like to call upon Mr. Naveen Kumar, who has been waiting out there. So the stage is all yours. Please take over. And again, before you start, I would like to wish everybody a great time ahead.
Thanks. Thanks, Amit. Hi, everyone. So myself, Naveen. So let me give a brief intro about myself. So I'm currently working as a solution architect in Sun Life Financials and having 13 years of experience. And I start my journey with Java. So initial 5-6 years, I worked as an application developer. Then I move into the data field. So in the data world, I start with the data engineering. So wherein I learned how to build data pipelines on-prem. And then later on, I move into the cloud. So we start building pipelines on hybrid clouds like Azure, GCP, and AWS. And also covers area like DevOps, data science, and there are other areas like data governance, data modeling. So yeah, I have full stack exposure now on the data field as well. So the next couple of weeks, I will teach you how to handle big data and how these distributed systems, or you can say the clusters, is built, and how these companies or the organization, they handle big data using warehouses, data lake, and NoSQL engines. So let me share my screen. Okay, so first we need to understand what is big data. So big data is nothing, is just the size of the data. So we worked on gigabytes of data. We store that data in databases or in some flat files. But when data grows, so it grows from first is the megabyte to the gigabyte, then the terabyte, then petabyte, zettabyte. So in order to store this much data, or you can say in order to process this data from one system to another system, we need distributed tools like Hadoop, Spark, and there are many other tools available. So these are distributed processing tools that handle big data. Okay. But before processing, we need to store that data somewhere in a distributed storage. So that's that's where Hadoop comes in the picture. So Hadoop is a distributed storage that is used to store big data. Okay. So as I said, big data is the, you can say that data set that are huge, large, and large in terms of the size. So this terabyte, petabyte, zettabyte, if the data grows continuously. So now in order to handle this data, we have Hadoop systems. Now, so this is a framework that is used to handle big data. So let me do this. So this is official Apache Hadoop website. And if we download this software, so it comes with two layers. We have MapReduce, and there is another layer that is HDFS. HDFS is Hadoop Distributed File System. So here, Hadoop Distributed File System, it's a distributed storage. So distributed storage means it has master slave architecture. So this is your master node. We are calling master node as name node. Master. And this is data node 1. And we are calling data node as slave node. Now this is slave 2, or we can say data node 2. And so it's a 3-node cluster, a 4-node cluster. So it has one master and one slave, 3 slaves. Now, this is Hadoop distributed file system. Now let's say I have 1 GB data and I want to store this data in the distributed system or in Hadoop. So you need to write a job MapReduce. MapReduce is a tool that is used to interact with HDFS. So your HDFS is okay. Is this better now? Okay. So MapReduce is a ETL tool, or we can say data processing tool on top of HDFS. Okay. So in a database, we have SQL interface, SQL language in order to interact with database. So in HDFS, if we want to interact with HDFS, we want to insert the data, we want to read the data, then we use MapReduce engine. Now, this example, let's say 1 GB data I want to store in a HDFS in Hadoop system. So what will happen? This MapReduce job, this is in Java only. This tool is available in Java. So I will show you how to write a MapReduce job. But what it will do, it will create partitions first. So we knew that in 1 GB we have 1024 MB. That is the data size. So it creates partitions. Okay. Before storing this data, it creates partitions, and this activity happens on master node, on the data node, on the master node only. So partition size is approx 128 MB. So based on 128 MB, it create partitions on this 1 GB data set. And let's assume it create 10 partition from P1 to P10. Okay. Now, after doing this activity, what it will do, it will store the data equally on the data nodes. So your 3 partitions stored here, 3 partitions stored here, and 4 partitions stored here. This is called distributed storage, and this is how we handle big data. This is P1, P3, P4, P5, P6, P7, P8, P9, P10. Okay. So this is called distributed storage. When we have databases, databases follow single node architecture. But when we have Hadoop-like systems, so they have multi-node architecture and they store data in a distributed manner. And that's the way to handle a big data. If our data grows, yeah, so Shubha, same thing. Yeah, Shubha, you raise your hand. Shubha, you are saying something. Okay. So as we can see here, this is distributed storage, and if our data grows, so we can add more nodes in the cluster. So now if I add more node, one more node, so we can store more data. This is called horizontal scaling. Data node 4. This is called horizontal scaling. Now, So, Kritika, Java is not required. We have big data ecosystem tools like Scoop, Hive, Spark. So we will learn those tools. It just this Hadoop story starts from here. That's why I'm teaching you this. Okay. Yes, this is useful because you will see how a distributed system works. Okay, and Spark is alternate for MapReduce. So you need to learn the limitations, what limitation we have in MapReduce, and so that we switch over to Spark. So let me install this platform first. So we can set up this platform in 3 ways. Okay, this Hadoop platform. So we have 3 options available. So this Hadoop tool was introduced in 2010 and it was provided by Apache. So we can set up Hadoop on-prem. We can use Hadoop products, or you can say vendors, or you can say distributions, or we can set up Hadoop on cloud as well. So here we need a Linux OS, and we can set up this Apache Hadoop, this one. But setting up Hadoop on-prem is a very tedious activity and it takes a lot of time. So later on, products was launched in the market, and we use these products, or you can say the bundle that contains all the Hadoop ecosystem related tools. So we have Cloudera, we have Hortonworks, we have Mapr, we have Pivotal HD, we have IBM Big Insights. These companies provided these Hadoop platform. I will show you this. And then last one is the cloud. So cloud, we have AWS, Amazon. So in AWS, we have a service called EMR. Then in Azure, we have Azure SD Insights. That is another Hadoop service. That is a data lake service provided by Azure. And in GCP, we have GCP Data Pro. Now, if I'm saying cloud, so we knew that in cloud, we have 3 computing models: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. So we can set up cloud on infrastructure as a service. Here we have EC2, and this EMR is your software as a service. Okay, so software as a service is a bit costly than infrastructure as a service. I will explain this later. So I will show 2 ways, and nowadays in industry, some organization they have this, and most of the organization they have cloud only, because in cloud has its own benefit. We can easily scale our infrastructure, and we can easily monitor, and it's cheaper than these on-prem solutions. So let me show you. So first I will set up on cloud. So first you need AWS account for that. This is a free account. So you guys need to sign up on this, and it will take 24 hours to activate. Okay, after signing up. So just create account on this Amazon platform. Okay, so now this is dashboard, Amazon dashboard. And here we have all the services available provided by AWS. Okay, so as I said, these services are categorized into 3 parts: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. Now, what is infrastructure as a service? Infrastructure service as a service means we are getting hardware. We are getting hardware from cloud vendor. Okay. Now, if we need software as well, we need software as a service. If we get hardware, that is infrastructure as a service. 1 minute. So hardware is infrastructure as a service. And then if you get hardware plus software, that is PaaS. And if application, you need a full bundle. So example is, yes, you need to sign up on AWS. So if we get hardware plus software plus application, that is your SaaS service. Example is Outlook, your Google Drive. These are certain example of SaaS service. So they have set up hardware, they set up software, and they set up application, and you are using that application. That is your SaaS service. So yes, you need to create account. Yes. So here I'm purchasing this hardware only. I will set up my own software on. So I'm renting a machine from the cloud. That is the hardware, and I will setting up the Hadoop on top of that. Okay. So here I need to choose EC2 service. EC2 is a infrastructure as a service. So I'm renting a machine. So here, this is the data centers. We have different regions worldwide. And on any of this is the default one. So here I'm setting up a machine. So this is how we set up a machine first, the hardware. Then after that, I will set up software. So here, you can mention the name Hadoop cluster is the name of your machine. Now we have 3 operating systems. We have Linux, we have Windows, we have Mac instances. So here I'm choosing Linux. In Linux, I'm choosing Ubuntu. And here it is showing the latest version. It's in free tier, it's available. You can choose 20 also. Now here it's a 64-bit machine, and you need to generate a key value pair, okay, for the security purpose. So when we connect on this machine, so you need this key to connect with this machine. So to create a new key pair, you can give the name Hadoop cluster key. Okay. PPK file format. This is the extension. Create, and it's downloaded on your local. Okay. Now, REST default options, and then it providing a default size of 8 GB. That is the hardware hard drive. Okay. Now, in advanced detail, nothing needs to change, just the default one. Default, and now launch instance. Okay. Now click on launch instance. So right now it's setting up the machine on cloud. So this is my instance ID. And here we can see it's right now this machine is spinning up. And right now it's in pending state. It will be in the running state once it's commissioned and its status check will be passed. Then only we can start working on the machine. So advantage of cloud is we are purchasing machine on rent. Okay. We are not buying the hardware. We are renting the hardware, and we can pay on the basis of pay as you go model. Pay as you go model is that whatever, so the duration for which you are using this machine, you just need to pay for that only. Okay. And once your work is done, you can release this machine so that other person can use this hardware. So that's the benefit of using cloud. Okay. If I refresh it. So right now it's running. Its instance is running, and now it's initializing the status check. It should be passed. We need some time to create account. So let me finish the installation. You have the recording, and at the very end, I will help you to help you for the account creation. So see those steps, what I'm doing. You have the recording. You can watch this recording later on. So use of EC2. EC2 is, as I said, it's a hardware service provided by cloud. You don't need to purchase any hardware. You are purchasing hardware using EC2. Okay. Refresh it. Still, it's checking the status. Okay. So, as I said, we have the key. We have the key available. This Hadoop cluster key, that is our security. If we have the key, yeah, so if we have the key, then we can connect, otherwise not. So that is the privacy. Okay. So let me refresh again. Still is checking the status. And this machine is booting up in this region, and it's in US West and here. So every region has its own data centers. And in data centers, they have machines, all machines are connected to the network, they have power supply. So we are renting, we are getting one machine virtually using this EC2 service. Now status check is passed, your machine is ready. Now it's time to set up the software. Okay. So yes, you can do it on Google Cloud as well. Same steps, nothing is changed. All cloud vendors are same. There in Google Cloud, you have Google Virtual Machine. It's similar to EC2. You can do it on Azure as well, Azure Virtual Machines. So every cloud is designed in a similar manner. So you are renting a hardware and then you are setting up software. Okay. So now this is the tool Putty. Now you need to download Putty first. Download Putty. And from here you can download. And after that you need to install. So Putty is available on my system. Now here you need to put your IP address of this machine. So this is the public IP. Okay, copy this IP and put in here host name. Okay, now authenticate. So for authentication, you need to add the key that you have created. So your key is available here, Hadoop cluster key. Open it, open. So now using this key, it's authenticate the user. As we choose Ubuntu machine, so your username is Ubuntu. Okay. So now you can see it's connected. So we get the hardware. Now set up software, the Hadoop. Now in order to set up Hadoop, while signing in AWS, I have asked whether I am a root user or I am user. Okay. So choose root user. And yes, you need to add your details. It will deduct 2 rupees only, and it will be refunded. It will not charge you much, just 2 rupees only. That will also be refunded. Use of Putty. So Putty is used to connect with the remote server. Okay. If you want to connect with the remote server, so this machine is available in Oregon region in US West. So how you access this machine? You can access this machine using Putty. Without Putty, how you install a software? Okay. If you're not able to connect with that machine, then you're not able to install anything. Okay. So now your machine is here. Now there are certain steps. So as I said, first we need to install Java because Hadoop required Java. Then you need to set up SSH server, and then you need to set up Apache Hadoop. These are the 3 steps you need to follow. So let me open the steps. So right now we are setting up single node Hadoop cluster. Okay. We will make it multi-node after that. So this one, you can follow this link. Okay. So first step is, now just do a update. When we new putty as I have virtual windows, I have used virtual windows and Linux with use virtual windows and the next. You can connect with your machine. If you have window machine, you can connect with RDP. If you have Linux machine, use putty, or we have FileZilla, we have MOBA Extern. There are a lot of tools available. It doesn't matter. You can connect with any of the tool. Only thing is that you need to you can connect with that machine. That's the only thing. If we have VirtualBox with Ubuntu, so that option is this. I told you now we have 3 options available. We have we can set up in 3 ways. So that VirtualBox one is here. This on-prem. I'm not choosing on-prem. I'm setting up using cloud. And why I'm explaining this, because 90% of the projects nowadays are on cloud only. And whosoever is on-prem, they are migrating on the cloud. Okay. Because we can easily scale our cluster on the cloud. We can those cloud vendors, they manage our machines, they manage the infrastructure, and they also have the disaster recovery. They have good data security. So those features, and it's cheaper than on-prem. That's the reason. Okay, I will come on this on-prem stuff after this. You can see here, this is my Hadoop is also running on-prem. So that is the second step. Once we done on cloud, then we go on to this. Okay. Now follow these steps. The first is these are Linux command. Okay. The first is you are updating the system. So sudo is super user do, apt-get is the packaging tool, and update means you are updating your OS with the latest libraries. So your OS is upgraded. Done. Next is Java. So sudo apt-get is the packaging tool, install default JDK. So whatever default version is available online, it will fetch that version and install on your machine. Okay. Yes. So now it's setting up Java. So your Java is done. I can write the steps. Do we have to learn Java? No, it's just the environment, because Hadoop setup on Hadoop requires Java. Without Java, you're not able to run Hadoop. It's not about you are not doing any development. You are doing infrastructure setup. So infrastructure, the Hadoop infrastructure required Java only. Okay. So your Java is done. So Java hyphen version. So you can see Java 11 is installed. Okay. So this is just 1 minute. I will share this document at the end. This is the first step. This is Java installation. And then after that, you verify whether Java is installed. Now, next, you need to add a user. Okay, so execute this step. So sudo add group Hadoop. You are creating a group Hadoop. So actually we are setting up Hadoop server. So all the developers, they will access this machine. So when they access this machine, we need to add those users in the group. Then only they can access. So that's why we are creating a group. You can give any name to your group. Now, once group is created, you can add a user. So right now, I am adding a user called HD user. So this is the user I have added inside group Hadoop. I'm adding a HD user. Okay, execute this. Give a password to your user. I'm giving HD user. Default, 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 and information correct. Yes. So you have created a group called HD called Hadoop, and you add a user called HD user inside this group Hadoop. Okay. Now next step is install SSH. Now what is a SSH? SSH is secured shell. Okay. So as I said, your developers will connect to the Hadoop server. So once they connect, so we will provide passwordless access to those users who will access this. So we will provide passwordless access using SSH server. Okay. So first install this server. So your server is installing right now. Is done. So whether you just need to verify whether SSH is installed. Yes, it's installed. Okay. Now next step is generate key value pairs, because SSH generate key value pair. So first you need to switch. SU means switch user. Switch inside SD user. And once you switch inside SD user, then you need to generate your key. So first inside this user, right now we are on user Ubuntu, that is the root user. So now first go inside HD user, the user that we have created in the previous step. HD user, yes. And now we are inside SD user. Now you can generate key value pair. It generate a public and a private key. So here default. So now your public key is generated in this directory and your private key is generated in this directory. So whenever anyone is connecting with this machine, they need this public key in order to access this server. So that is for the security purpose. Okay. So your SSH part is done. Using this command, we are just authenticating. So we are just authenticate these keys. So that is the next step. Now, next step is the Hadoop installation. Okay. There's one more step pending. Okay. Next is Hadoop installation. So this is official Hadoop documentation. If you go to the download section, so Hadoop 1, Hadoop 2, Hadoop 3. There are three, latest is 3. So 2 is a stable version. Let's set up 2, Hadoop 2. So this is the URL. Okay. And here, just copy this. And if we use only SSH keygen, but here what kind of key you are generating? Here we are telling using this RSM is the algorithm, encryption algorithm. So these arguments you need to pass. Keygen also it work, but here we are not passing any information. So pass that information as well. So now sudo wget in order to download Hadoop. So enter the password. It's saying that HD user is not the sudo user. Okay. So yes, we have created this user and this user don't have the permission. So Control D for exit. Now we are back again to the root user. Now provide sudo permission to the HD user. So sudo add user HD user sudo. Now done. Now switch back to SD user again. We are again back to the HD user. SU HD user. password. And now here sudo wget and the URL. URL to download Hadoop. Okay, now give the password. Now it's downloading. Right now it's connecting, and once connected, it will fetch. Okay, now it's downloaded. It's a 395 megabyte software. Now ls, you see, this is the Hadoop. Now untar this. So in Windows we have WinRAR. In Linux we use command. So sudo tar extract zip verbose file and Hadoop. So it will unzip this software. Done. ls. So you have this unzip software, Hadoop to find this. Now create one directory. So mkdir make directory. User is the existing directory, local is the existing directory. We are creating a folder called Hadoop. Okay. Now go to this directory, Hadoop. See the files in this directory. Move all the files, star means all files, into user local Hadoop, the new directory that you have created. Okay. And wherever we are creating any directory, we need to provide permissions. So sudo chmod directory permission 777 user local Hadoop. So this is the permission we have provided to this directory. Now, next step is to do changes in these files. So these are the configuration files that is available. This is the bash file, is the system file. That is the OS file, Linux file. Here we need, we can set up environment variables, and other files are Hadoop files that comes with the Hadoop software. You need to edit this software in order to set up. So first open the bash file, using nano editor. So nano is just like notepad of Linux. So sudo nano and then the bash file. Open it and you can see this is a shell script. Now here in the shell script at the very end, we can add your Hadoop and Java path. Okay. So this is the environment variable. In Windows, we set environment variables using this here, using this window, this pop-up window. Here in Linux, we set up environment variable in this bash file. That is a Linux file. So set the Java path and the Hadoop path. So add. So go to this terminal and add it here. So here Java home. So open one more session and check where Java is installed, in which directory. So login as Ubuntu. And here cd user lib JVM. Inside JVM we have the Java 11. So here change the Java path, Java version. So Java version is Java 11. And our Hadoop is available in this directory only. Rest others is fine. So this is how we set Java and Hadoop path in our bash file. Okay. Now escape, Control X, yes, to save the file, and done. Okay. So our environment variable is done. Now compile this file. This is a shell script. So just like Python or Java and any other language, shell script is a language that runs for Linux. So we need to compile this using this command. So its compilation is successful. For data engineering, we need to do this initial setting environment. We need to be aware because we are dealing with distributed system. That's why we are installing this. Otherwise, you're not able to understand what kind of files are available internally in Hadoop. If something is, let's say your cluster is failed and having some issues, so how you debug that? That's why I'm telling this. It will not take much time. The rest softwares like Hive, Scope, Spark, I will not set up. We have those servers available on EMR, or we can in Cloudera as well. It's just the initial setup so that we can understand the just what are the challenges in setting up a distributed system. That's why I'm installing this. So now we need to provide the Java compilation link. So Java compilation. Java is Java 11. Yes, in companies it's provided, but thing is your concept never cleared. If you directly start working on a distributed environment, you're not able to understand the product or the servers fully. That's why I'm explaining this, and it's important. I saw the data engineers, they just do the data extraction, just writing those jobs, and they never understand. Once environment stuck or failed, they don't have any clue. Can't setup be done other than Java. As I said initially, Hadoop is developed on Java only. This Apache community, they provided this product and it requires Java. We are not developing jobs on Java. We are setting up infra. That is the prerequisite for Hadoop. It's not mine. I'm using this. It's the company they have developed. Okay. So don't scare with Java. We'll go on Python only. We'll go on SQL only. But we need server first. So this is server installation. So yeah, after that now added those files, the Hadoop files. So first create the temp directory. Temp directory is used where Hadoop store its temporary data. When we are creating any directory, we give permissions. So here I'm giving ownership permission. You can give directory permission as well. Ownership means SD user is the group, Hadoop is the group, SD user is the user inside this group. So we're giving ownership permission. We can give directory permission as well. Sudo chmod -r777 user local Hadoop. Now, next, you can add it. So open the codeside.xml and add it. So using nano editor, we can open the Hadoop file, Hadoop codeside.xml. So codeside.xml is the file that comes along with Hadoop. You just need to edit some properties here. So what happened? See, you have this file, and inside configuration, you need to add Hadoop core properties. So what properties we need to add? Just need to add two properties. So first property is the Hadoop temporary directory path. So Hadoop will store its temporary files in this directory. And also once the server is up, we can access this server on this URL, HDFS. This is the default port number and this is the URL to access this server once the server is up and running. So that description we have written. So these two properties we need to add. Now escape, Control X, yes, and your file is saved. Now open the next file. So next file is MapRed site. This MapRed file is here we store MapReduce properties. So as I explained, MapReduce is a tool to interact with HDFS. So we need to add it few properties. because whenever we submit any MapReduce file, we need to track that file. Okay, so Hadoop comes along with MapReduce site.xml.template file. So we need to copy the content of this template file into our file maplet site.xml. So done, copy part is done. Now open this file using this nano editor, sudo nano this maplet site.xml, and here we need to add MapReduce properties. So here one property we need to add, and this property is used to track a MapReduce job. So this port is greater than HDFS port, one extra. So HDFS was 54310, it's 54311. Escape, Control X, yes, done. Now next open HDFS site.xml. And as I show in the architecture, HDFS contains master and slave nodes, and we are calling master as name node and slave as data node. So we need to add those properties. Okay. So, but before that, first create a name node directory, the master directory, where master stored its data. And on master, we never store the actual data. It's the metadata that is stored on the master. And what is metadata? Metadata is how many partitions are created, what is the data volume, on which node data is stored. That kind of information is stored in the master node. I will show you metadata as in the upcoming lectures. So now create data nodes. So here it stored the actual data. Now we have one data node. So right now I'm setting up single node cluster. Same machine act as master, same machine act as slave. Later on, when we add more machines, so we can create more data nodes path on master only. When we are creating any directory, so we always give the permissions. So permission is provided. Now you can open this file, the sdf site.xml, and here you can give the path. You can set the properties. So Hadoop sudo nano, the path of the file. Now here you need to add the properties. So the name node, data node. So this is name node path, this is data node path, and replication, that is very important. So replication is required when we are working on a distributed system. So in a distributed system, so as I explained, that when we are storing 1 GB data, so it detects the partitions. Partition size is 128 MB, and it equally distributes the data across these nodes. Okay. Now, what happens if this node is crash? If this node is failed, so how we will recover P1, P2, P3? So it always create replication. So replicate here, our replication factor is 1. Replication factor 1 means it replicate data on other nodes. So P1, P2, and P3 also stored here, and your P4, P5, P6 stored here as well, and P8, P9, and P10 also stored here. Okay, so your data is replicated to other nodes. So if we are storing 1 GB data in a Hadoop environment, it takes storage of 2 GB. That is the replicated data because of the replication factor. And we do this replication because of the fault tolerance. If my node is crash, we can recover the data from the other node. So other node will become active if one node is crash. And if we increase the replication factor, let's say 2, it will replicate to 2 other nodes. So replication factor max is 3 and minimum is 1. In a distributed system, there's always 1 is the default number. Otherwise, there is no need for a distributed system if there is no replication. And that's how we handle the fault tolerance or any failure in a distributed system. It's not about Hadoop. It can be a NoSQL engine. It can be Kafka or Spark, any distributed tool. So in a big data ecosystem, we have these distributed tools and we always have a replication factor. Okay, so now your file is edited. Now Control X, save this file. Now your Hadoop is installed. You just need to format the master node. So we do format of master node one time. It clean up this node because let's say your Hadoop environment is configured in year 2015 and today is 2023. Last 8 years metadata information is stored in the name node. If we run the format, it will clean up. And if you clean up, everything will be messed up. So it's just the initial installation. I just doing a cleanup so that no temp file is persisted. So it's just doing a format of the master node. How then create data node 2 and 3? Yes, I will come on that. That is a multi-node cluster. And on every node, you need to follow these steps. Okay. And don't worry, whether you have 10 node cluster, 20 node cluster, your job is to write a job and you need to see how a multi-node cluster or a distributed system behaves. The parallel processing, whether it's a distributed storage or a distributed processing, that you need to understand. It's not about how you are adding 2-3 nodes. It's the job of admin. And someone asked, if we are on a data engineer, then do we need to set up this? So for initial, that's why. And now here you see, you understand replication factor because I show where we add the replication factor. So I'm showing you this distributed system so that you can understand what kind of files are available and what kind of configuration we need to add it if we are working on the system. Otherwise, the adding of new nodes. So if you want to add new nodes, just go there, go to instance. Right now, this is one instance, launch one more instance, and then you need to add that instance in the current one. So it will not take much time. On every node, you need to follow this. I have a silly question to ask. If it is a rented machine, is it possible that metadata of the previous owner metadata of the previous owner also exists, hence we need to clean up the master? No. So this machine is dedicated to us. Okay. No one is accessing this machine. We have the key available until and unless we release this machine. If we terminate instance, that means we are releasing the machine. Then only this machine will be assigned to the other user. Right now it's dedicated to us. No one is using this machine. Understand? Okay. So now your cluster is formatted. Now start your Hadoop cluster. So your cluster is inside this directory. So go inside this. So you have the commands available to operate Hadoop cluster. So here, start all.sh. So start all.sh, start all the Hadoop daemons. Okay, I will explain Hadoop daemons, or you can say Hadoop services. So let's start this first. So start all.sh. And now it's started. Okay, so right now it's starting the name node first. Java home is not set. There's some error. Okay. Yes, Java home is missing. Let me check. So Java home is set in Hadoop core file. 1 minute. Hadoop environment file. Let's open this file. Sudo no. And here, yes, Java path is not set. Here, this Java is missing in Hadoop file. That's why it's showing that exception. Now set the Java path. So your Java path is this. So set the path here, and our Java is Java 11. Java 11. Escape. Rolex. Yes, done. Now start. Start all.sh. Now it started successfully. So master is started. You're starting master node. Now it's starting data node. If you have multiple data nodes, it start multiple threads. Okay. Now it's starting secondary name node. After that, it has started resource manager, and then so now it's failed on resource manager. It's because okay, resource manager is already running. That's why it's saying. So write JPS, check the Java processes, and all the Java processes are running. Data node, resource manager, node manager, secondary name node, and end node. So now your Hadoop is up and running. Your Hadoop is setting up on cloud successfully. And now we can access the dashboard here. So, so what is the IP of this machine? There's the public IP. This IP column default port. We set this port dfshealth.html. This is a default URL. Now it's not accessing because when we setting up any machine on cloud on EC2, so your port is blocked. It block everything. Your port is not open. You need to open your port so that this machine is accessible outside means this machine is accessible on public network. So go to the security, and here security group, and inside security group inbound means incoming traffic, outbound outgoing. So incoming traffic, add rule, and here it allow all traffic from any of the port, save it, and now this port is this rule is set. Now you can refresh. You see your Hadoop is here. This is how we set up a Hadoop cluster. Okay, so you guys see how we set our distributed system. So that is also a problem when we set up a distributed system. When you set up a database, it's simple. You just need to execute certain steps. It's a single one. But when we set up a distributed system, we need to do a lot of configuration, and it's very time consuming. So that's why we have another option available. That option is this product. So Cloudera. So so you need to download Cloudera. So it has two edition, enterprise edition and study edition. So download quick start VM. So download Cloudera. Okay. And after downloading this, so first you need a virtual box. This is virtual box. So here download Oracle virtual box from here for Windows. So once you set up virtual box, it looks like this. And now you need to configure Cloudera. So you need to download Cloudera first. Then you just need to import from here. Import that image wherever that image is there. So right now I can show you Cloudera. Here you have Cloudera. So just browse this. Just select this. It will automatically set up everything for you. Okay. So it will be automatically added, and then you need to run it. After running it, this kind of window, this one, this is Cloudera. So it has everything. This just give me one second. Someone on the door. So this here, if I show you this window, this Hadoop is on cloud. This one, you can see the similar window in Cloudera. If you go in the browser, Hue Editor. Hue Editor is your you can say Hadoop user interface. So Cloudera provides a user interface in order to see the Hadoop. The password is Cloudera. And here you can see Hadoop name node. So this window and the one that I set up, this is same, this one. So that is a manual process, and that is the automated bundle that is pre-installed, that comes with Hadoop. It also had HBase, the NoSQL engine, Spark available. It has Hive, everything is ready. But here, the one that I set up, so it installed two things only. It installed it provided MapReduce, and it also provided HDFS. But what about other ecosystem tools? So other ecosystem tools are, 1 minute. Okay, so what about other ecosystem tools? So we have Hive, we have Scoop, Flume, Pig. There are a lot of ecosystem tools. So we need to set up all these tools manually. But once we have Cloudera, everything is pre-bundled or pre-configured. So here we can check Hive. Hive is there. We can check Scoop. So every tool is available within Cloudera. And if you need these tools on cloud, so we have this cloud portal. So here, AWS EMR. So EMR is a service that is a data lake service, and here you can say managed. So everything is provided in EMR. So EMR is a software as a service. So it has hardware. It comes with the software installation along with the and then we can setting up big data application on this. So here you can see you just need to fill this form. Just click on create cluster, and here it will come up these tools. So by default, these tools are there: Hadoop 3, Hive, Spark. But if you need other tools like Pig, you required, Scoop, you required, and if you need Hue, the Hadoop interface, user interface, so you can select those tools. Just click on create cluster. It will automatically set up everything for us. But this service is costly because it provided both hardware and software. On EC2 required hardware only. We are setting up software. That is the benefit. So that's how we differentiate these cloud models. Infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. So infrastructure as a service is less costly because it requires hardware only. Then PaaS is slightly costlier than this because it requires both. It provides both. And when we have the application also that is developed by Amazon, then it's the costliest one. But here in our requirement, we need hardware, software so that we can develop a big data application. Okay, that's the main motto. So that is the cloud thing, this one, and this option, the second one, the Cloudera one. So you can set up Cloudera on EC2, or you can set up Cloudera on-prem anywhere. It's a pre-configured bundle that we need to execute and set up everything for us. But here in this case, you need to monitor your Hadoop cluster. You need to manage everything. If you are setting up on cloud and you purchase EMR service, Amazon manage your cluster. It will do the backup, backup, restore, all the configurations, the cluster management, scalability, everything will be managed by cloud only. But if you set up Cloudera, you need to manage everything. Okay, the monitoring part, and also the backups, restore, and scalability and everything. Now the last one is on-prem. So here we can set up this Ubuntu machine, and on top of that we can follow the same steps. The steps that we followed on EC2, because on EC2 also we purchase Ubuntu machine, and here on-prem we have Ubuntu machine, and we can follow the same steps. So this is your Hadoop installation. So now if I explain, so we have MapReduce stack. So MapReduce, in MapReduce stacks we have Scoop, we have Hive, Uzi, Impala, and Spark is an alternate for MapReduce. Okay, so in Spark we have Spark SQL, Spark data frames, and Spark SQL frames. You have Spark Streaming. We can develop real-time application using Spark. And this is for batch application. Then we have Spark Graphics to develop graph application. And then we have Spark ML to develop analytical or machine learning application. Spark ML and MLib. Analytical application. This is for graph application. MapReduce is for batch application only. We're not able to develop graph or real-time or analytical application. It's just for batch application. Now Spark comes with different languages or API. So Python, Java, and Scala and R. MapReduce comes with the language Java. So that's why we have, so Scoop is a wrapper of on top of MapReduce. Its job is converted into MapReduce. Hive job is converted into MapReduce. Okay, and your so this Scoop is a data ingestion tool. We will learn these tools one by one. These are our Hadoop ecosystem tools. So we can say extract and load. Hive is an analytical tool on top of HDFS. So you can say it's kind of a transformation rich library. It's a transformation tool on top of Hadoop. Uzi is the job scheduler. Okay, so that is the big data ecosystem or tools or the stack. So here we set up HDFS and MapReduce only just now. We need to set up Scoop server, Hive server, Uzi server, Impala server, Spark server. So these all are distributed. So that's why we have these distributions. And also we have these services like EMR or SD Insights and Google Data Proc that provided the installation of all these distributed tools. Okay. Now, from tomorrow onwards, I will explain how we write a MapReduce job and how we submit a MapReduce job on the cluster. And after that, we'll start using Scoop, Hive, and Spark and other tools. So here you can verify whether Scoop is available using this command Scoop version. And then we can check whether Hive is available. So Scoop is available, and you can connect to this server using Putty as well. So let me open Putty. New session. And here just check the IP. IP is this 92.68. Dot 168 dot 1.188. Now password is Cloudera. And Cloudera. So here you can check the scope version. And here you can see Hive shell. Okay, so Hive is here. So we'll see these are Hive commands is similar to SQL commands. So we will see later how we execute Hive scripts and what kind of analysis we will perform using Hive. And in a similar manner, we can check HBase. HBase shell is here. So HBase server is pre-installed. So HBase is a NoSQL engine. So it also has a distributed architecture or master slave architecture. So you can see the HBase shell, and here we can create our tables, HBase tables. Okay. Any question? Whatever we have covered so far. Hello. Any question on any of the steps? Hello. Anyone is having any question, any concern? Any good books or site to go for installation? I will share the installation steps. I will share the document. You can follow the installation steps. Okay. And yeah, Hadoop 3 we can set up on Windows. But again, normally we use Linux only because performance wise, these tools performs better on a Linux environment. Ubuntu version, any version you can install, but above 16.04, the above than that you can use 16, 17, 18, 20, 22, any version you guys can use. Getting error in MongoDB installation. I'm explaining this Hadoop installation Mongo from where this came, and why you are installing Mongo. Any reason? I knew it's a NoSQL database. So when I cover NoSQL database, then we will see these things. Right now, so in our course, first we will cover today. I cover Hadoop installation. Okay, and I gave an overview about a distributed system, how a distributed system store data and how a distributed system behaves. Okay, now I also explain what are the tools available in big data ecosystem. Okay, now from tomorrow onwards we will learn the HDFS commands. Then we will see how we submit, how we write a MapReduce job. Okay, what are the limitations, MR limitations, and then we'll switch to scope. That is day 2. After that, after scope on day 3, we will start scope advanced section, scope advanced. Then we'll start with Hive. I will cover Hive basics. Then we'll see Hive architecture. Then after that, we'll see Hive commands. Then we'll see how we submit Hive jobs. Then after that, on day 4, we'll continue on Hive and we'll see Hive window functions, Hive data types, how we do JSON, how we load XML and JSON data sets in Hive. So that is a semi-structured data set. Okay. Then we will see file formats. What file formats Hive support? Avro, Parquet. Then after that, on day 5, we'll continue again on Hive and we'll do Hive scope integration. Then we'll see Hive HBase integration. Then I will start Spark installation after this. Then on day 6, we'll continue on Hive on Spark data frames and Spark. What happened? Could you provide some PDF or material or of commands for these tools? So it's an ongoing stuff. So every day, whatever I teach, I will share the documents or material. Today is just the first day, and first day we do the installation. Okay, and you have this recording handy. You can use this recording and you will get materials every day on every topic. Once we start Hadoop, name node, or all services in one session, is it necessary to stop all services? Yes, you stop the services. Not every time we stop, so this clusters are running in production environment. We never stop these clusters. If some activity, some patching activity or upgradation activity we need to perform, we can transfer the load to the other servers. Okay, it's very rare that we need to stop our cluster. Okay, but if you want to stop all.sh, it will stop all the daemons or the services. Okay, so you can stop this. It will stop every service one by one. Okay. Any other question before wrapping up? So Amar, that's it for today. We'll continue tomorrow. We'll do any project at the end. Yes, we will do. But before doing any project, you need complete awareness or clarity on Spark, on Hive, on Scoop, on a distributed system, on cloud environment. These things you need to be aware before doing any project. Okay. Yeah, so that's it for today. Amar, do you want to add
Yeah,
anything?
sure. Thank you. Thank you so much for such a wonderful session. So,
Yeah.
dear professors, if you have any query or question for me, let me know. And I have one announcement. We're successfully done with the table, and I already shared the attendance link in the chat box. I hope all of you are done with your attendance. If not, I'm sharing one more time. So please mark your attendance. Don't forget, because 60% attendance is mandatory to get the certificate. Okay. And now I'm there for your queries. Please let me know. Okay.
I'm dropping off. Okay, Amar?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. See you tomorrow. Then. Bye.
Team, any query or question? Not able to see FTP on dashboard. So Urmila ma'am, you're done with your registration? if you're registered just now or today, you will get that by tomorrow morning. How many sessions for this topic? So the training program is for 10 days, 20 hours, 2 hours per day, Monday to Friday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Okay. I didn't get the mail. I have registered. When you're done with your registration, can you please share the first half and hour session steps? You can go through the today's recording. You will get over the YouTube as well. You can search with the Excelr solution. You will get that. What is the designation in the attendance form? You can type it out your designation as if you're working as assistant professor, HOD, or like that. Sir, any feedback link we have to fill? Yes, Dr. Sunita, I already shared the link. You have to mark. I'm sharing it once again with you. Please mark your attendance. When we will get the certificate? So, my dear participant, once we are done with our program, if your attendance is more than 60%, after that, within 7 to 8 working days, you will receive a certificate. But most important, 60% attendance is mandatory. I have registered, but no mail from the team. So if you are done with your registration today only, so you will get that. Don't worry about that. Tomorrow morning, you will receive that. If not, I will help you with an email ID. And it's edl@excelr.com. If you are facing any LMS, just drop an email. We'll look into it. Okay. Please let my query answered. Yeah, what's your question? Can you please share with me? Actually, I've not received your question. System configured required. It's your question, sir. Yeah, it's small EDL, everyday learning. So system configured for installation. Okay, so you're asking for the device system, then definitely. If it's 8 GB, definitely that will be good. On 4 GB, it is to work. If you have new laptop, 256 GB of SSD. If old one is there, 1 GB. 1 TB of RAM. Okay. i3 will work, yeah. i3 will work. i5 is a better one. I didn't receive certificate of basics of advanced Excel. Just ended before 2-3 days ago. Yes, Sagar. So it will take 3-4 more days to receive because we used to take a 7 to 8 working days. We have to create the certificates, the count issues. We need the all this approval from the college, no? So it's just to take a time. So thank you. Please repeat the configuration. So you have i3 4 GB 256 SSD that will work, and if it's 8 GB 256 GB SSD and i5, it's better. Yes, for practice purpose, it's mandatory. You two participants, you have any query or question? We'll be there for 2 more minutes and then we'll wind up for the day. And tomorrow, sharp at 3 o'clock, we'll meet again and we'll start with the day 2. Okay? Comments are blocked in the YouTube. Can you share the registration link again so that can I get the mail? You have to drop a message in the live chat. Comment box is also working, but don't worry, I'm sharing you the registration link once again. Just a moment, I will share that. Registration link. Yes, here it is. Yeah, I posted the registration link. Could you provide us today's recording so can we see once again how to download and install cloud? Yes, you will get the recording over the LMS and over the YouTube as well. I think what to do we access the dashboard? So I covered that in the first half an hour, so you can go through that. If you have the LMS emails with you, you can set up your password, do a sign in on your dashboard. You are able to get all these things. Yes, absolutely right, Ashif. Okay, so thank you so much, all of you, for joining the session and making day one successful. And we'll see you on tomorrow at same time.